What's going on, Big A? Coming at you with another video, and I'm currently watching. It's actually still on, just over there, out of shot, out of frame. DC FanDome, and it's been over 3 hours already. This thing started at 6 o'clock in the UK. It's like now 20 past bloody 9, and I'm like, yo, the things that I've like enjoyed the most seeing, like Peacemaker, there was a trailer for that with John Cena. That looks like it could be a fun show. They showed a bit of Black Adam, and you saw The Rock like strike some lightning down on a guy and like turn him into dust, which looked pretty freaking cool. They showed a bit of the new Shazam as well, some behind the scenes stuff, how the film's bigger and better than the last one, blah blah blah. And I like Shazam, so I'm looking forward to seeing the next one as well. Young Justice Phantoms, which I think is their fourth season, is dropping today on HBO Max. I'm pleased about that because I really like Young Justice. But it's all loads of I don't know what they've been speaking about the last 3 hours. There's loads of there's the Flash as well. We saw a little kind of sneak teaser. A lot of it was teasing like the Michael Keaton Batman stuff. But I need to actually watch that again and properly assess it. But I just feel like it's too long. Nintendo, I feel they've got it right when it comes to. They're pretty quick when it comes to streaming. They're the ones who kind of like kicked off this whole kind of, yo, we're not going to be at E3. We're going to do our own thing, yada yada yada. And they're like treehouse streams that they do, perfect length. They don't dwell on anything too long. They go, yo, I'm the director of XYZ. Here's a trailer for the game. Hope you enjoy it. It comes out this time. Most of this stuff that we're seeing in DC FanDome, a lot of it doesn't come out until 2022. Shazam 2 doesn't come out until 2023. Black Adam comes out in July 2022. I think the Suicide Squad game did it give a date? I don't think it did. I know Gotham Knights definitely didn't give a date. So it's kind of like, why is there so much? But it's all because I was on the phone to a mate as well, like talking about it, and we're like, this is great and everything. That there's so much DC content coming. That's great. That's amazing for us. That's amazing for all of us. But this is kind of, it's almost like it's too much because they'll be going, oh, there's this TV show, this movie, this TV show, this thing's happening in the comics, this other thing happened, this animated thing for kids, this Aquaman animated things. Oh, here's Suicide Squad game, here's Gotham Knights, here's another movie, here's I'm waiting for the Batman still. They've not even shown the Batman yet at this point. But that's what I want to see the most. Obviously, they're going to save that till last. Right now, they're speaking about Pennyworth. They're spoken a little bit about Sweet Tooth and all that, and it's great. But this whole thing has been way too long. I think the maximum amount of time, like any company's doing any kind of streaming, like whether it be Xbox, whether it's Nintendo, whether it's PlayStation, whether it's a Marvel event, whether it's a DC one like this, then the maximum length is 2 hours, man. People got stuff to do. Ain't no one got time to sit around and hear all your announcements for over 3 hours. Nobody's got time to do that. Although people have got time to be annoyed about Superman's new slogan, which is no longer truth, justice, and the American way. They've now changed it, I don't know why, to be more inclusive, probably, which is now truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. Some people are going to be annoyed about that. Some people aren't going to be annoyed about that. Me as a non-American, I wasn't offended by truth, justice, and the American way anyway. Because I see Superman as a slice of Americana, so I want it to be American and be proud that it is American. Whereas, I don't know, I guess there's a lot of anti-American rhetoric these days by some people, or feel that kind of America first or pro-American stuff isn't really inclusive to the rest of the world. So they kind of prefer the new slogan, I guess. But I can guarantee you there's going to be a whole battle about that slogan. I'm just going to sit back and see what happens because it's not my fight. I thought some of the milestone stuff was cool as well. Obviously they're doing like a Blue Beetle movie as well. Spoke a little about a lot of the stuff. There's been nothing to see really. They showed a bit of Naomi. What else did they show? Oh, they showed so much stuff, man. Like it's like my head hurts, to be honest. But yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait and watch the rest of it and see the Batman movie, and you'll also get my reaction to that as well in a second. Yeah, so they just showed the Batman trailer 2 for the Batman. The first one came out a year ago. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's looking good. It's looking interesting. This one's like, I don't like using the term dark because it was like, oh, it's so dark, but it's like really, I think it's really getting into the psychological side of him, just like being like this messed up guy who's living these like dual lives, and like where Bruce Wayne ends and Batman begins. He can't quite tell, you know what I mean? He's like, he is Batman all the time, and there's kind of like not a clear line between the two, and I kind of like that. I kind of like this. Got a different feel. It's got, there was a cool bit like where he's getting shot out with bullets, and like the muzzle flash from the bullets and all that kind of business. It reminded me a bit of Dark Knight Rises, but it's like that scene from Equilibrium, but with Batman, and it's kind of really stylized and that. But yeah, it looks decent. 3 almost 4 hours to get to that point is, it was a bit much. I think really have to do DC FanDome again next year. Make it shorter, make it more snappy, so we can get about with our day, man. 4 hours. Like, I know nobody told us to sit there and watch the whole thing, but it's just too long. It's just too long. Make it a little bit shorter, a little bit snappier, a little bit sweeter. But yeah, the Batman looks pretty good. Like, I'm just digging the look of it. Yeah, comes out March 2022, which isn't that far away. It'll be here before you know it. And yeah, definitely will be seeing it, because I do like seeing the Batman movies. I do find it weird that you've got, with DC movies, you've got, or you had, or we still kind of have, I guess, the Snyderverse, but then you've got these other things that are happening at the same time as well, which aren't connected to it. But whatever, man, it looks cool. Yeah, DC FanDome, if you watched the whole thing like I did, had a good ending, but it was a lot of just like guff to sit through just to get to that point. Let me know as to whether you've watched any of the trailers from DC FanDome, whether you watched the whole thing like I did, like an absolute maniac. Tell me what you think about the Batman. Do all of the things. And as always, I will catch you on the next one.